Disaster mitigation. Using GIO library for government documents operations continuity at Southern University at New Orleans.
The disaster caused by Hurricane Katrina and its aftermath severely impacted the operations of the SUNO library, and government documents, despite being housed on the third floor of the library, was not spared.
We knew almost immediately that everything on the first floor had been destroyed. And then eventually we were informed that almost everything on the second and third floors had been condemned because of contamination by mold and vermin and other factors. So basically, we have to start from scratch. Right now, we have about 30 computers, and we will have to expand that when we move back over. We're going to need all the furnishings, and we right now we probably have several thousand books, less than 10,000 physical books. So there's quite a bit of rebuilding to do.
While rebuilding its collection in a very limited space, the library has adopted a policy of acquiring primarily electronic resources.
Despite the devastation caused by Hurricane Katrina, Southern University at New Orleans was given an opportunity to explore new horizons. In particular with the library, the onset of delivering services to students gave us an opportunity to re-examine exactly how we deliver those services. Many of our students were still scattered across the country, and so for us to deliver adequate services to them, we decided that we would pursue electronic resources. In particular, we decided to acquire electronic resources as our first avenue or first choice in collection.
In addition to providing service to SUNO students enrolled in online education courses, electronic resources are important components in the library's disaster mitigation plan. Some experts define disaster mitigation as action taken before, during, and even after a disaster occurs to ameliorate the negative effects of natural disasters on communities. However, the Disaster Mitigation Act of 2000 uses the term pre disaster hazard mitigation when defining disaster mitigation. Disaster mitigation involves identifying and assessing the hazards associated with natural disasters, implementing adequate measures to reduce losses, and ensuring that critical services and facilities continue to function after a natural disaster strikes. In the wake of Hurricane Katrina's destruction, disaster mitigation has become paramount in the library's strategic planning. GIO Library is an integral part of the library's post Katrina disaster mitigation planning. However, GIO Library was not invented as a disaster mitigation tool, it simply became one. Since Hurricane Katrina, the GIO Library website has mitigated many of the effects of the devastation caused by the storm and its aftermath. The Government Information Online Library, or GIO Library, was created in 2002 for Southern University at New Orleans students and faculty by the government documents librarian Rolanda L. Ridley. Disaster mitigation was not the driving force behind the creation of the GIO Library website. The website was created as a simple, straightforward government documents general reference resource geared toward the specific needs of the undergraduate and graduate students of the SUNO School of Social Work. GIO Library provides links to new electronic titles, public-private laws, legal information from the Cornell University Law School's Legal Information Institute, agency websites from Louisiana State University, FedStats, and the census. The site also provides educational pages on how to locate online government information and information on common SUDOCs, class letters, and their corresponding agencies and web addresses. Luckily, after Hurricane Katrina destroyed the physical government documents collection, the Government Documents Department had GIO Library to preserve a digital collection of its resources. Consequently, GIO Library, a simple website created as a tool for the School of Social Work students, ultimately proved to be an invaluable disaster mitigation tool for the Leonard S. Washington Memorial Library of Southern University at New Orleans.